For the seated hamstring stretch, you're going to begin sitting in a chair and you're going to straighten out one leg in front of you. From there, you want to maintain the straight leg while trying to sit up as tall as you can. So we don't want any rounding in the back. Once you're there, you're going to begin pulling your toes back of the straight leg towards your opposite shoulder. You can take the same side arm of the straight leg and reach towards the foot. As you do so, you want to make sure that you're not rounding that upper body. You should feel a stretch behind the leg that is straight. You want to hold that for about 20 seconds. Another exercise that you can do for both sides of the legs is the standing elevated hamstring stretch. So we're going to be in a standing position with one foot on an elevated surface, whether it's a box or a chair. And you're going to place your hands somewhere where you can maintain some balance if you need it. And we're going to do the same style of stretch. So one leg is straight. We're going to pull the toes back to the opposite shoulder and we're going to reach forward. You can use the opposite arm for this one, just to change the angle of the stretch, add some variety to it. Make sure that your leg is as straight as you can. If your hamstrings are tight, you might not be able to go that straight. You're going to hold that stretch for 20 seconds before switching sides. Now I'm going to show you how to do a fascial stretch for the hamstrings. And when I say fascia is just the connective tissue that encompasses the muscles and all around the surrounding joints. So you might feel this all the way to your fingertips, all the way to your toes. So we're going to begin by sitting on the floor with one knee slightly bent. You're going to pull your toes back of that leg has the bent knee. So you pull the toes back towards the knee, and that leg is going to stay there. We're not going to do anything else with it. The other leg, we want it to be as straight as we can. So for this one, we can start with a little bit of support with our hands next to our hips. And for a lot of people, what I find, it's very difficult to get their leg in a straight position, especially if they have tight hamstrings. So the exercise in itself could just be about working on trying to get that leg straight over time. And we do that by practicing slow breathing on every breath out, just trying to lengthen that leg a little bit more. You want to feel like it's a challenging stretch. And you can spend as much time as you need to here. And you can also switch sides once you've done that for 20 to 30 seconds. The more you practice, you'll find the more flexibility that you're going to have in that leg. Okay, another challenge that I see is that a lot of people have rounded posture here, so it's very hard for them to sit upright. We do want to be as straight as possible while we're trying to do this stretch. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll grab some yoga blocks and I'll begin to prop them up so that way they can lift up more through their chest, they can pull their shoulders back. They're going to feel more of the stretch just by doing this. Once we're in that position, then we can start taking that straight leg and start to turn it in towards the body. So we want to turn the toes in towards the opposite leg. You want to pull the toes back towards your opposite shoulder. So we're trying to pull the toes more back towards the body. Even the arch of that foot, the inside arch, you want to pull in towards the body as well. You may feel some stretching on the outside of your calves as well as the back of your leg. Okay, once you're here, you may continue to try to sit up as tall as you can. Try to lift up through your chest. Make sure your head is back over your shoulders. Keep trying to press the leg further away from you. Keep trying to go more internal rotation with that straight leg, like you're trying to pull the knee in as well. Your other leg, your toes are still pulling back. You're letting that knee drop off to the side. And this could be your progression here. You may want to stay here for 20 to 30 seconds, just breathing. Once that feels easier, we can take the opposite arm of the straight leg and we want to go into external rotation. That means you want to point your fingers down while you're pulling your wrist back towards you. You want your palm to press forward as much as you can. And as you're pushing that palm forward, you don't want to round your back. You want to sit up as tall as you can. You want to remember all the little things that we set up. So toes are pulling back, straight leg is rotating in, head back, try to lift up as tall as you can. And the last part for this stretch is we want to rotate our torso, so our shoulders, our head, our arm, so that the arm is going to be slightly outside the straight leg. Once we're here, this is going to be the full position, and we're going to breathe and hold for 20 seconds. So keep rotating those fingers down, keep lifting up through your chest, keep pressing that straight leg away from you. No shallow breathing here. Long breath in, long breath out, pushing on every breath out. You really feel a long stretch behind that entire leg. After the 20 to 30 seconds, you can slowly relax that leg. You might feel some tingling down to the toes, some numbness, some warmth. Whatever you feel, just notice it. And then we can prepare the other side. So now that we know how to progress this stretch, we can get right into the full progression. Remember, do what's most challenging for you so that way you can progress over time and you can see the changes in the flexibility of your hamstrings. So once you're there, you're going to rotate in towards the body, remembering to pull our toes back to that opposite shoulder, remembering to sit up as tall as you can, breathing. And with your opposite arm, you can push that palm forward with your fingers facing down. You can rotate your entire torso so it's facing on the outside of that straight leg. Continue to lift up through the chest. Continue to breathe. Let the knee of the bent leg begin to fall towards the floor as you pull the toes back towards your knee. Find that stretch behind the leg of the straight leg. Be aware of the stretch that you feel. After the 20 to 30 seconds, you can slightly relax and shake off your legs. Good job.